Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I wanted to do a special podcast to give some light and also to see with everything going on. So, as many of you know, I live in California and many people are being affected. I live in Northern California, unfortunately, where the fires are going on, and there has been so much hurt and so many things and feelings coming up right now, especially with victims of the previous fires. And there's a lot of rebuilding still going on from previous fires from previous years, and it has just been um, such a hard time for people on social. So I decided that I wanted to do something special for you guys. I wanted to do a special podcast more into my life and how, honestly, no matter what you're going through right now, if life's happening to you or for you. And having said that, I probably want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, or at the end, make sure that you write down what you are going to do and take action from listening to this, because more than listening, it's about taking action in your own life. So having said that, let's get started. So is everything going on right now happening to you or for you? 3 ways to look at things a little bit different and figure out what you want to do next in your life and your business. So first, let's think about what has been hard right now for you, or what's going on around you that's affecting you. Okay, so I'll give you an example. For me, we're still in closure, so I decided to, we can't use our salons indoors. My daughter was in ICU and she got hurt from a fall and using her walker. And right now we have this fire situation. Okay. And my sister, she actually lives near one of the areas. I'm in between, like 30 minutes away from both of the fires. So, it's been affecting like the air quality and everything. So is life happening for you or to you? So in this case, I have decided that it's happening for me. I decided that it's trying to remind me the importance of my family and what truly matters to me, number one. Number two, for my business, I decided that it was time to close down the shop, an actual physical location that I cannot utilize, because I have this idea that has been burning in the back of my head for a year. So it's in the works. It should be done in the next week and a half. So it pushed me to do that. And number three, with everything going on around me, I have been really intentional in checking up, not just on my friends and people, like around me in my close circle, but also on social, connecting and reconnecting with my friends and acquaintances and, people that I interact with on daily or, every once in a while, to make sure that they're okay, see really how they are doing, because I know I can give more. So is life happening for you or to you? If I would have gone the other direction, that it's, oh my gosh, this is horrible and it's happening to me and it's affecting me, I would be in a negative state. I wouldn't have closed down my shop, which is listening to a new opportunity. I wouldn't have seen where I need to improve in my personal life and the opportunities that are opening up in my personal and business life. And also, I wouldn't be able to use, let's be real, my weird little, sense of humor that I have that people really like and enjoy from me, which is, the simple things, the little things I do. Some people may think it's annoying, but they love it. It makes them laugh. And sometimes when we're having a gloomy day, we just need a little bit of laughter, and I love cheering people up. That's just how I am. So it has been really like a big blessing for me, as hard as it's been. So how can you do that? So I want you to think what's going on right now around you. Something really hard in your life that's affecting your surroundings, and is it happening for you? Like, what are the solutions or things that you can do from it to help others, or yourself bettering your life? Or if it's happening all to you, like, how is that making you feel? How is that affecting you around your life? And it's just something sometimes we need to take a step back to analyze. And for me, sadly, I've, it's been some really hard things that have had to happen to me to make me analyze. So before that, I just wanted to give you guys like a little example of how to think about that. So having said that, let's go to number 2. So number 2 would be to innovate, or what can you change to make it better? Okay, so whether it's in your life or in your business, what is something that you can do right now to make it better? For example, for me, what I'm doing in my business, just to give you guys some examples to get you guys thinking, and I want you guys to write down a line that says, what can I do better to make it better? Or if I stay the same, what will happen? I just want you to do like 2 lines and just write down all your ideas that could come up. So if I decided in my business, for example, not to show up, I show up once a week with intention, for my audience to help them out in some way. If I decide to show up, even though I'm not servicing my clients, I get in touch with them once a week, different ways to help them other way, for my business. And, there's other little things that I decide to do. Like in my home life, I decide to have a structure of what our day looks like. So we know when it's school time and when it's fun, do whatever you want time. And that has helped me in my life at home and in my business. Now, if I decided not to do anything, what would happen? So pretty much I would feel like we just get things done when they get done. I probably wouldn't have the time that I have designated to exercise. I would probably feel overwhelmed. So you see, that's my other list. So I think it's so important for you to sometimes take a step back and just have those 2 lists, because sometimes it's so easy to hear somebody's doing it, and for us to be like, well, that's nice, you have the time to do it. And it's like, no, you can do it as well. I mean, I'm a mother of 3. I have a baby and I have 2 kids. They're both, one is in middle school, one is in elementary school, and they're in Zoom meetings. And right now we're doing online education. And with that, I just launched my new program, helping other business owners. I'm doing a whole bunch of other things. And I've decided to take charge of, life is happening for me. And that has helped me. And a lot of it is with writing. And I know something so simple, grabbing a piece of paper and writing down your ideas, but I think it's so important sometimes for you to actually see it, because our mind can get so busy. It's so nice to have an actual visual example. So grab a piece of paper and look at both of your lists. What can you do to make your life or business better right now that you have control over? And what would happen if you just kept it the same? What's going to be like the outcome of it for you today? And whatever you decide, is just do what's best for you. For me, it's always about being proactive and not just making it about myself. It's like, how can I make this better? Even if you heard my examples, how can I make it better at home for my children? How can I make it better for, to have, for others? How can I be like a little, like when somebody comes onto my post, how can I be like uplifting for them or helpful for them? And that's just something that I like to do. So just think about even you with your business or yourself as a person. How can you do things better for others? So you have 2 choices. You can either keep it as is, or what you can do to make it better for others. Now, let's go to número 3. And the last one is going to be the fun one. And it's going to be a little bit challenging for some of you. Look for your answers. You have all the answers that you need. Where? Within yourself. What? I know. So sometimes we'll look at courses or teachers or social media, the experts and blah, blah, blah for answers. But we have all the answers that we need within ourselves. For example, if I told you, okay, so do you want to get inside the pool for a day? You have a free relaxing day at the pool, and you're allowed to bring a friend, and it includes all of your drinks and food. You can have a nice relaxing day at this exclusive nice relaxing spa. Or I want you to walk through a hot coals of fire. Like, what are you going to choose to do? Exactly. I mean, most of you probably chose the nice relaxing day, right, at the spa. So that answer came within you. Now, I know that's like a really simple example, but with anything you do in your life, and I know it happens to me too, sometimes we want to look for outside influences or answers for what we should do. And at the end of the day, no matter if we did a poll, like a poll of, questions, and 100 people told you not to do it or not to do something, you're going to choose what's going to be best for you. So all the answers are within you. And this has been something that I have really been working on the past few months, that no matter how much, I learn, and it's so important for me to always learn from someone that is higher up above for me. And what I mean by that is not just financially, monetarily, or business wise. I mean like how they actually like live their life, because you guys, like, life is always life. There's always going to be things that happen. Life will happen. Sometimes problems happen, quote unquote, because problems are really opportunities, or, ways to see it. Oh, you know what? Everything has a solution. So what can I learn from it? And you'll be like, oh, Celeste, you're being so positive here. But you guys, like, from someone that has, my daughter, she got a really bad accident, from someone that has lived out of her car, from someone that has struggled with depression previously in her life, from someone who has constant anxiety. I know I don't talk about that. It's really easy for me to, if I wanted to allow my mind and emotions to control how I feel. And I still get frustrated. I still get, sometimes angry, and I cry, or I have, like off days. But at the end of the day is like, what am I, what's my ultimate decision, and what am I going to do? Because all the answers are within me. And no matter how much education I take, no matter how much people are, I hire or I talk to or whatever, no matter what I do in my life, if you don't decide that you want to change it, it's never going to change. If you don't decide to take action, it's not going to change. And I know, like, it's probably like not like, oh, this is not fluffy and lovey. No, because I know it's so hard for people to hear, and for you to hear, and for me to hear, that, hey, you need to take action. And do you know how much I resisted that? I resisted that for years, okay? For 29 years of my life, I was healthy. I was so healthy, and I resisted to understand that everything is within you. You decide how to live your life. You decide if you want to go to school. You decide if you quit your job. You decide what happens in your life. It's you. Yeah. Like curveballs get thrown here and there, but there are opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow and become a better person. Or at least that's what I try to take them, as hard as they freaking are, because they have been hard. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm willing to see them as, it's time to slow down and see what it's trying to teach me. So all the power to make all this happen is within you. And I don't know everything. I don't know what you're going through, because I haven't experienced everybody's experiences. I haven't been through it all. But what I can tell you is that you have the power to change your life. Just like you decided what color car, what model, what year, and what make car you're driving. Just like you decide where you're going to go put gas in your car. You have control of your life. Like, if you want to, leave that job that no longer fulfills you, if you no longer want to do something that doesn't make you happy, or if you want to take charge and like exercise to feel better, you have control over it. I have learned that this past 3 weeks now that I've been on my journey of, the whole walking and exercising thing every day, is that I have control over it. Right now there's smoke outside and it's really bad, so we can't be out there. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be actually exercising in circles around the living room with my daughter and my baby in the stroller for 40 minutes, and I know it sounds weird, but it's just like, way to get my exercise in, and then she can have some fun too, because she likes being in the little stroller when I stroll her around. So I'm deciding to take charge, and you can do it too. And I know this is not an easy topic, and I know it's not a topic that, I always get like so worried, like, am I going to hurt your feelings, or am I going to how are you going to take this? But it's so important sometimes, and part of being an educator, a coach, and just a friend, okay, just as your friend, because I really do this out of the kindness of my heart. I do this to help you out. I mean, I don't get paid for this. This is not like something I'm doing just to be like, and be it, like just for me, for my benefit. No, I'm doing this for you because I wish somebody would have pushed me. I wish somebody would have like given me a hand, to hold my hand through the process and understand, what? Like the power is within you. I wish that wouldn't have taken me so long to understand. That's why I did this podcast for you. So you can decide, is life happening for you or is it happening to you? What are you willing to change or keep the same? Are you willing to see the opportunities and what's happening to you? And do you understand that all the power to change everything that's happening right now in your life is within you? Whether it's, are you going to fold the laundry? Yes or no? Are you going to go buy groceries today? Yes or no? Everything you do in your life, as simple as it sounds and crazy, it all goes down to you because you have the power to change where you are at right now and what kind of life you want to live because it's yours. And as always, this is your space and you get to decide whether you want to take action or not. Just remember that the power to change anything you want to, it's all up and to you. And I hope you have an amazing week. As always, if you want to reach me on my DMs at Celeste the Stylist, I will see you back here next week with a new episode.